Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's learn a Python program, that is write a Python function that takes two lists and returns the number of common members. So you have to return the number, that is a count of common items present in the two list. So that is a problem statement. So let me define a function that takes two lists as an input argument and returns a number of common members present in the to list. So let's ask a user to enter the to list. For that, let's take a function to accept a list, that is a definition get underscore list. So this is my function that asks the user to enter the list. So let's take length variable and use the input function call to ask a user to enter the list length. This is enter list length. Yeah, so once the user enters a list length, so let's convert this to an integer type. So this is of type integer. So now let's take an empty list and let's try to ask a user and let's try to fill this. So my underscore list equals to an empty list. So now what we have to do is iterate from the 0 to the list length, that is for underscore in range of list length. So I'm using underscore because I don't need the offset or the index. So I'll take a temp variable and ask a user to enter the list item, that is enter list item. Yeah, again let's convert these to an integer. So we'll be using the list type as integers and then you have to append it, that is my list dot append. So let's use a built-in function append and let's pass a temp as a variable, that is a input variable. And once the for loop completes, so you have to return the list, that is return my underscore list. Yeah, so this is a method or the function to get a list. So let's take two variables, that is the first list and the second list. First equals to, so let's ask a user to enter the first list and let's take second equals to get underscore list. So we are using same function to accept the first and second list. So now we have to define the function to that takes two input list and returns the number of common items. So let's define function that is let's say count underscore common and let's pass two lists, that is list 1 and list 2 as an input argument to this function. So yeah, so let's take another variable common equals to 0. So this will count the number of common members and yeah, so this is a integer type, so I have initialized it to 0. Yeah, so now let's use a for loop to iterate all the items present in the list 1 and check if the item is present in the list 2. So for that, I'll use a for loop for item in list 1. So let's iterate all the items present in the list 1 and check if item is in the list 2. Yeah, so this is a method or the if statement to check if the item is present in the list 2. Then what you have to do is just increment the common counter, that is common equals to common plus 1. Yeah, so once the for loop completes, so let's use a return statement and return the common members present in the to list. So in the main program, so let's take a total a variable and let's call the function, that is count underscore common by passing two list values, that is first and second. And yeah, so once we call the function, that is once the function gets executed, so you will be getting the total value, that is the number of common members stored in this variable. So let's try to print it. So yeah, so the number of common members is, so I'll copy the same. So let's use is, let's give colon and let's print the total value. Yeah, so this is a complete Python program to take a to list and return the number of common members. So let me execute this. So enter the list length. So let's give 3. So this is my first list. Let's give 1, 2, 3 and enter the list length. So let's give 4. This is my second list. Let's give 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you can see the number of common members is 1 because in the first list we have 3 and in the second list we have 3 as a common. Yeah, so let me re-execute it. And in the first list I have 2. Let's give 12 and 13. In the second list let's give 4 and here we have 8, 7, 6 and 5. So you can see the number of common members is 0. So because there are no common members between two lists, let me re-execute it and enter the list length. So let's give something like 2, 9 and 10. So enter the list length. So let's give something like 4. So here let's give 9, 10, 11 and 12. So you can see the number of common members is 2 because 9 and 10 matches. So let me re-execute it and now let's give all the items as common. So let's give 3, 1, 2, 3 and in the second list I have 6 items. So let's give 1, 2, 3 and again 1, 2 and 3. So you can see the number of common members is 3 because the first list contains all the part of the list 2. Yeah, so this is a complete Python program or the Python function that takes a to list and returns the number of common members. So I'll give this code in the description of this video. So that's it in this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. Bye.